اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. رب زدني علما وارزقني فهما. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. So we are continuing with the rules of Noon Sakin and Tanween. We have so far covered Iqlab and Idghar, and today we are going to cover the rule of Idgham, inshallah. Idgham means to blend or to merge the sound. And it happens when a word ending with a noon sakin or tanween is followed by one of these 6 letters: the ya, ra, mim, lam, waw, or noon. We can group these letters in a word called, so that we can remember the letters easily. If you spell the word yarmaloon, it is the letters ya, ra, mim, lam, waw, and noon. Now, these letters can be divided into 2 categories. You can divide them into a word called yanmu, and that's ya, noon, mim, and waw. When noon, sakin, and tanween are followed by one of these letters, then the idgham would be a half idgham with nasalization. However, if the noon, sakin, and tanween are followed by the letter ra or the letter lam, then the idgham would be a full idgham and there would be no nasalization or holding the sound for 2 counts. So let's go and see and recite some. So in the first example, the first grid, we have a noon sakin or tanween followed by the letter ra. This means that we have to, can everybody please mute? This means that we have to do a full idgham with and not hold the sound for 2. Now, what happens when a noon sakin is followed by the letter ra is that we have to drop the noon completely and join the mim kasra or the mim zer to the ra like this. Mir rabbika, and not hold the sound for 2 counts. So the noon is dropped out and we have merged the sound of both words with the sound of the noon with the ra, and we mir rabbika. The next example is where a tanween, which means a double vowel, a do pesh or a double dhamma on the ra, is followed by the letter ra, which is one of the yarmaloon letters. So we have to drop the noon from the do pesh, from the dhammatain, and we join the sound with the ra, shadda. Ghafurur rahimun, without holding the sound for 2 counts. So if I said Ghafurur Rahimun, that would be incorrect. Ghafurur Rahimun. The next example is of the letter lam. It is one of the yarmaloon letters. And in the first word with the example of the letter lam, we have a do pesh, double dhammas, which is called a tanween, followed by the letter lam shadda. So we drop the noon from the un. We drop the noon from the un and we join the sound with the lam and it becomes jami'ul. Instead of saying jami'un, we drop that noon and it becomes jami'ul ladayna, holding the sound for 2 counts. The next example, lam yakul lahu. So we drop that noon after the kaf and join the kaf to the lam. Lam yakul lahu. Now the next grade is the half idgham examples, where we have to merge the sound, but the noon gets nasalized. So in the example of the letter ya, here I have a noon sakina followed by the ya shadda, which is a yarmaloon letter. So I'm going to join the sounds of the noon to the ya, but I would do a half idgham. So the noon will go into my nose. There will be a 2 count nasalization. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ So I'm joining the mim zabar to the ya shadda, and I'm nasalizing the noon. فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. The next one. بَعْضٍ يَتَسَاءَلُونَ. So I have to hold the sound here for 2 counts when I'm merging the sounds. بَعْضٍ يَتَسَاءَلُونَ. The next example is with the letter mim, which is a yarmalun letter. So I have a tanween followed by the letter mim. So instead of saying fariqun, I drop that noon and I merge the sounds and I nasalize for 2 counts. Fariqum minhum. The next one is followed by a mim shadda, which is a yarmalun letter. So I merge the sound, and here I have to do a half idgham, which means I have to hold the sound for 2 counts and nasalize. Mim marijin. The next example is with the letter waw. So I have a tanween followed by a waw, which is a yarmalun letter. So instead of saying darran, I will drop that noon and I will say darran wala rashadan. And the following example, saddan wa min khalfihim. I didn't say saddan. I dropped that noon and I merged the sound of the 2 words, but held the nasalization for 2 counts. Saddan wa min khalfihim. And the last examples that we have are a noon sakina followed by a noon shadda, one of the yarmalun letters. So we say man nasha'u. Next one, in nahnu. I hope that is clear. So let's proceed to some examples. So who would like to recite the first line? And can you tell us whether it will be a full idgham or a half idgham, where you will hold the sound for 2 counts, or you will merge the sounds without holding the sound for 2 counts and with no nasalization. So if you can tell us what will you be doing, and then recite the example, please. Who is going to go first?
Assalamu alaikum, sister. May I have a go?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Ji, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Here it will be full idgham because the tanween is followed by mim.
So
No, sorry, it will be partial idgham because only in lam and ra it is full idgham. But since it was,
it's one of the other letters, which are the yanmu letters. That's a good way of remembering, sister, is that from the letters, if you remember that the ra and the lam are the only ones with full idgham and no nasalization or holding for 2 counts. All the other letters are half idghams.
Okay. Yes, so Rasulam minhum
Ahsanti.
Ghafur Rahima.
So
here it will be full, it will be full idgham because the tanween is followed by the letter ra.
So Ghafur Rahima, without holding the ra, without holding the sound for 2 counts.
Yes, without.
Yes. You will double up
Shall I read again?
Yes, please. You will double up the ra shadda, but you will not hold it for 2 counts.
Okay. So Ghafur Rahima.
Ghafur Rahima. Without you're reciting the shadda, but you do not need to hold it for 2 counts to nasalize.
Okay.
Ghafur Rahima.
Okay, I'll try again. Ghafur Rahima.
Ahsanti.
Here it will be partial idgham because the noon sakin is followed by yamnu letter. So and here I will hold the sound, nasal sound.
Yes, so you will nasalize the noon.
Yes. Yamil.
So try to feel the vibration. Lift up the noon inside your nose, and that's where the 2 counts comes of nasalization. So lift up the noon inside your nose.
Okay. Yamil.
Ahsanti.
Okay. Here it will be full idgham. The last one, it will be full idgham because the noon sakina is followed by lam. So, and I won't hold the nasal sound. For illam.
Santi, very good. MashaAllah. That was very good. Excellent. Okay, who would like to recite the next line, please?
May I have a go, please?
Yes, please, go ahead. So what, the first one, are you going to do a full idgham or a half idgham?
In the first one, there are two half idghams. After the ta marbuta tanween, there is a meme, and after the noon sakin, there is a noon. So there are two half idghams. Okay?
So you will nasalize the noon for 2 counts.
Okay. All right, okay. Jannatum min naqim.
Ahsanti.
Okay. The next one is full idgham because after noon sakin, you've got the ra. So it's mirrabbika.
Ahsanti.
Okay. Then the next one after the meme tanween, you've got the wow, so it's half idgham, so it's partial merging. So it's alimun wa ma lahum.
Ahsanti.
Okay, and then the last one after the dal tanween, you've got a lam, so it's full merging, so it's full idgham. So it's for bu'udal liqawmi.
And you did not do a nasalization there, mashallah.
And no stretching on the full idgham either.
That's it, ahsanti, mashallah. Okay, who would like to recite the next example, please?
May I read it? Sister, may I read it?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Waltakum minkum. ये यम नून है तो फिर इधर नेजल साउंड होएगा.
Ahsanti, yes.
मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह. ये जो है इधर रा है तो नो नेजल साउंड. قائمة يتلون with nasal sound. جميع لدينا. No nasal sound here.
Ahsanti, very good. Okay, who would like to recite the next line, please?
It will be hard, but I can try.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wahudan wa mu'izatu.
So what did you do here when the tanween, the double vowel, was followed by the letter wow? That a full idgham or a half idgham?
Yeah,
What
it was half.
it was half with count nasal sound. That's right. Ahsanti.
Kullum amma.
Kullul lamma. So you're going to do a full idgham without stretching the sound. Kullul lamma.
Kullum lamma.
Okay.
Wa man yaghfiru bidurrillah.
Ahsanti, very good. You did not stretch the sound for 2 counts there, and you did a full idgham in the end. Ahsanti, mashallah. Okay, who would like to recite the next line, please?
May I try?
Yes, please, go ahead.
عذاب مهين لمستقر لها
Okay.
أحد مثل ألن.
Okay. Anyone else who would like to recite the next line?
Can I try, please?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
So will you,
I'm not sure. Is it the third line? Is it? I mean, from the bottom.
we are on, yes, it's the third line from the bottom. So what will you do on the first word? Are you going to do a full idgham or a half idgham?
Half idgham, because it's a noon after the sakin.
After the noon second, we have one of the yanmu letters, the noon. It's not a ra or a lam, so we are going to do a half idgham with 2 counts nasalization. Santi?
أن نعود
Okay.
نظير لبشر
Ahsanti, but the dal, we've done the interdental letters. So the dal is one of the letters where you have to place your tongue between your teeth. And this is not a Z sound, it's not a za. It's نذيرا للبشر.
نظير
نذيرا للبشر.
نظيرا للبشر
Next one.
من مرض
So you need to
Mi-
and stretch the sound for 2 seconds, for 2 counts, sorry. من مريج.
من مرض
Ahsanti.
من ربك.
That's good. You did a full idgham there without stretching the sound, the sound for 2 counts. Okay. Has everybody recited? Would anyone like to recite the next line?
I can try again.
Yes, please go ahead.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. لهب وتب
Ahsanti.
من رسول
Yes.
من مثله
So you need to hold the sound for 2 counts and nasalize the noon. Mim mithlihi.
من مثله
Yes.
لم يقل له
So the ya zabar is a short sound. Lam yakul lahu.
لم يقل له
Anyone else would like to recite the last line?
Sister, may I try again?
Yes, I was just about to say your name, sister. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm trying to improve.
Well, you read the first one, so you might as well recite the last one as well.
Ji. So here it will be partial idgham because the tanween is followed by the letter waw. So ajran wahum.
Good. Just try to make your jeem sukoon into a more qalqala. Ajran wahum.
Ji. Ajran wahum.
Ahsanti.
And the second one, it will be full idgham because the noon sukoon is followed by the letter ra. So for raja'aka, the noon sukoon is followed by the letter noon, and there will be nasal for 2 counts. Then the last one, it will be full idgham because the tanween is followed by the letter lam.
Yes.
So rahmatul lillazina.
That's it. Ahsanti, mashallah. That was excellent. So I hope everybody has understood the idgham rule and we can all apply it in the Holy Quran. Is there any questions I can answer? Or is the rule clear?